We go. It should be. It does sound like Journey, doesn't it? No, it is fucking Journey, isn't it? Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, doo, doo. I never noticed that. You've heard of these kids, right?
Who?
The One Direction, the boy band. They're all like 16 years old.
This is One Direction?
Yes, this is.
Oh, yeah, of course I've heard of them.
Okay, so yeah, they're all from England, and I think one's from Scotland.
Okay.
I got to go to this concert next week.
In Chicago?
Anyway, welcome to the Bill and Joe Show. We are brought to you by TomSlayton.com, TomSlatin.com, photographer, blogger, website designer, and artist in all facets of internet marketability. Make sure to go check them out after the show. You were just telling me about your how your eating habits.
Yeah.
You just ran the what was it?
The Steamboat
The Steamboat
race. Yeah, that was like in June.
Now, was that a 5K?
Yeah, it was 4 miles.
4 miles, okay. And you guys, you and your friends, is anybody who listens to the show, like you guys had this bet where if you didn't, hit a weight, you had to run the whole thing without your shirt on.
Well, you had to run, no matter what, you had to run without a shirt.
Oh, okay.
So you had to come shirtless.
Okay.
So it's up to you if you look like dog shit or if you look great.
That's a great motivation.
And if you didn't, if you showed up with a shirt on, then you had to pay each guy $100.
Oh, okay.
And there's 3 guys, so
Right.
it's $300. And then you also had to run it in under 30 minutes.
Oh,
So that was like another $50 if you didn't do that.
Jesus.
So it could have cost you a lot of money if you were out of shape.
Now, did you make it?
I didn't. I ran like 31 or 30. Well, I don't remember. 32.
Shirtless?
Yeah, I did.
So you missed it by 2 minutes.
I took the shirt off. I didn't run it in 30. It was
Okay.
like 32. But
Okay.
yeah.
Anybody else on the team run with a shirt?
Yeah, one guy did.
One guy did.
Yep.
Okay.
He
He's
said,
just like,
I'm not taking it off.
So to be able to get into a shape where you feel comfortable running, you've gone through dietary changes, workout.
Right.
Have you gotten into sleep yet, where you go to bed at a specific time every night?
I would love that. I would love that. But I'm too much of a night owl.
Okay.
I love watching TV late at night.
Okay.
Wife goes to bed. Netflix is all mine.
Okay.
I'm just running the show.
I've heard a lot of good things about just going to bed at the same time every night, like how it recharges your battery and how your body gets used to it and stuff. So anyway, you got to get in good enough shape to take your shirt off and run with a bunch of, I would assume, other very fit people that are going to run this 4 miles.
Right.
So you had to cut back on bread, pizza, all the good stuff in life, beer.
Yeah, you want to cut out anything that's going to keep the fat on you. You got to get the fat off.
So you ran it, you beat it, and then you just.
And now I can't wait to eat it.
Okay, so you just started. You just said, "Fuck it."
As soon as I crossed the finish line, after I caught my breath, because I was dying, went straight to the beer tent, crushed about 6 beers.
Nice.
Went to breakfast, and I haven't looked back since.
Yeah,
I've been just eating and drinking whatever the hell I want.
Whatever you want,
out of control. Yeah.
So, before the show started, you were telling me about an interesting, how when you eat fast food, like your. So anyway, you were saying that when you change diets to go like eating fast food, and then you don't know when you're going to use the bathroom again, and until
yeah, totally. When you're eating healthy, your whole system, everything's on like a flow, and it's like clockwork. Things move in and out of your body just right on time, and you can just what to expect.
Okay,
it gets to the point where it's annoying because you like pull out your phone. You're like, I'm going to enjoy this game of Solid. No, I'm not. I'm done.
Do you ever catch yourself like staying on the toilet even though you're done?
Oh yeah.
I mean, just like,
I love
it's private
because I love that time.
Right.
I love that time to myself. I'm sitting there. It's not that I'm enjoying the aroma or anything, but I'm definitely enjoying.
Your balls are cool because they're dipping in the water.
I can sit there holding a tablet or a book or whatever I'm doing, And no one is upset that I'm wasting time doing this right now because I'm doing something else.
That's true.
That has to get done.
It has to.
Babe, I'm working on something in here.
Right. And at work, they legally have to let you do that.
Right.
So.
Nature calls, right?
Yeah.
So you go to work and you're like, hey, man, I got to go. And,
so you had a moment today where you didn't want to ruin my house.
Well, yeah. So I knew I was coming over here and straight from work, and I was like, well, I don't want to. Hey, what's up? Give me 15. So I've been eating like crap. I know this is going to take a minute. I go to work. I go into the John, and this is like one of the worst things ever because it's like it just is outrageously bad. Like I can't even believe it myself how bad this is. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm taking care of this right now so I can leave and go to work or go back, go to this job.
Right.
And so I finally call it a wrap. I clean myself up. I walk out. As I'm walking out, my boss is standing and out talking to someone, and they're having a conversation. She's like, yeah. Okay, well, great. Well, we'll work on that. He turns right around and goes straight into the bathroom.
Is there no ventilation in there?
Well,
you might want to start.
I don't think anything was going to take care of that.
You might want to start bringing in, and this is something that my dad used to always do, still does to this day. Just carry a book of matches on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know how, but it works.
The sulfur,
it just burns
about
up all it. I don't. Just one single match would save you.
Well, and the funny thing is, we used to have air freshener, like the spray can.
Sure.
But some girl used the bathroom once, and she sprayed so much of that crap, it like fogged the whole off. It was like, what the hell happened in here?
Well, that poor girl probably didn't want to be known as that girl.
But but we have girls, and we have a men's room and a women's room.
Okay, but still.
And there's only like 2 girls that work there.
I don't know. It's a little different with a girl.
And so you know who did it. Anyway, or maybe that's the problem.
But that's why she unloaded the entire can of Febreze or whatever. Use it, home field advantage. I have a really hard time using public. I mean, it's got to be a really intense situation for me to be like, I'll be all right. But I eat like shit, so when it hits me, it's like I got to do something about this now.
There's no stopping it.
Right.
Well, I used to not. I would refuse. Back in my 20s, I refused to use a public restroom.
Sure.
I wouldn't
remember
do it.
I remember the Joe that refused to use public bathrooms, refused to get a cell phone. And now look at you. You're a cell phone.
I'm using my cell phone on a public toilet.
Yeah, Joe was very against technology. He was one of those guys that was just like, if it was new, and he worked at Best Buy, which was the weirdest thing. Like, you're around technology. Like,
I know.
You work on technology, and you hated it.
Cutting edge is at my fingertips every day. I can go play with it, look at it.
Right.
I hated how people were so like enamored by like, oh, gotta have a cell phone. You gotta have a pager. How
Yeah.
And then it was cell phones, and then
I never really understood the pager.
I never had a computer as a kid growing up. Until the internet came out, I didn't see the purpose of one. Like, okay, great, word processor.
Right.
What else am I going to do with this thing? I see someone playing Minesweep on it. I don't
even know what. Have you ever played that game?
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
You just click on random buttons hoping not to click on a bomb.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And it's basically luck.
What the fuck am I doing here?
It'll tell you like, there's a bomb within 4 squares of here. Don't click there. It was stupid.
Okay. Minesweep?
Yeah.
Bad game.
Well, so then the internet comes out, and now it's like, oh, so that is a big deal.
So the internet completely changed you, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. Well, and then I had a roommate that said, I'm getting a cell phone, so the landline's all you.
Oh.
And I was like, well, if I'm paying for a landline, I might as well get a cell phone.
Yeah.
And then that started the cell phone. Which then...
Well, I think the internet and being able to stream Family Guy episodes when you and I were drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning, like that was what really put the internet over the top for us, because we were like, dude, we can watch them all?
Well, for me, it was Napster.
And Napster, yeah.
That's what
Napster,
really did it. I was like, oh, shit. And that was when it would take 30 minutes, if you were lucky, to download a song.
Right.
Otherwise, you'd
3
like
kilobytes a second.
you would start like 50 songs, and then you come back the next 2 days and
yeah.
hope that a few of them are done.
And then it always sucked when you would get them, and then they would be like just shit
Right.
recordings. And it'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
I need that song to complete the album.
Yep.
How many songs, if you don't mind saying, because I think the statute of limitations is over by now. Can you ballpark how many songs that you borrowed
Well,
from others?
it wasn't that many. It was probably a few albums worth.
Few albums? Okay. Fair enough. You don't want to talk
Which I
about
went and bought once
bought-
I found out I liked them.
Sure, yeah.
It was really just like my library.
A trial
yeah.
kind of
Let me see-
sort of thing.
Let me see. Because, they didn't stream things back then where you could
That's
just
true.
sample it and see if you liked it.
That's true. And they didn't have iTunes, where if you didn't want to buy the whole album and you just wanted the hit, I'll just buy the hit.
Right.
And I don't have to buy the album.
Yeah, and I still have not done that. Well, I've done that with, like, pop music.
Okay.
Like songs like Cool for the Summer, Demi Lovato.
Okay.
I think that's a great song. I love it.
I think it's a good song.
I'm not interested in her album.
You don't want to know her as an artist.
I don't need to know Katy Perry stuff, but I do like her hits. So
Yeah.
I might go buy that song
Right.
just to have, in the collection.
And when that song comes on, whether you're cleaning the house or driving in the car,
Right.
you're going to be in a great mood.
Because that's not an album where I'm going to put on and be like, I really enjoyed that album. No.
Well, Teenage Dream by Katy Perry, I think that's what it was called. That was a great album, start to finish.
Okay.
Pretty much. So you should probably check that out.
But if it's like a rock band, then I'll just do the whole album.
Now, were you one of those? I think I remember you having a problem with the destruction of vinyl to CD, that whole transition, and then it seemed like you didn't give a shit that CDs were gone once MP3s and Napster started. You were like, "Oh, this is even better than CDs," and then now you walk into a Best Buy,
Oh, yeah.
and there's like one row of actual CDs.
Well, my car is still old enough it won't play MP3s.
Right.
I can't hook it up. So I have to have the CD. So even if I buy something on iTunes, I still have to burn the
Yeah.
CD to go listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
So I like to buy the CD anyway,
Okay.
which Amazon's great because you buy it, you order the CD from them, and then they give you the download too.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So while you wait for it in the mail, go ahead and take it, download it from Prime. Listen
Nice.
to it.
Nice.
So that's the best, but yeah. So yeah, when I go to Best Buy, like, the new CD's out, I can't find it.
Yeah, because the only CDs that they have is like One Direction, like whoever
Yeah.
is popular that week. because
Exactly.
they don't have the room for it.
And so it ends up Target is actually the best place to buy CDs now.
Really?
If you want to do that.
And I've noticed, like, it's really strange. I was just at Target today. Like, how so many stores who used to deal with just like one thing now deal with like everything.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought it was weird when you and I both worked at Best Buy that we had an appliance department. It was like, what the fuck do we need?
The washers, the dryers.
Yeah, we got an audio, a video, we have television, CDs. It's all media,
Yeah.
car installation, and here's a microwave. It's like, it didn't seem to fit.
Well, and the bigger stores actually sold furniture, like TV stands and
Well, yeah,
Desks.
the one that we got here.
chairs,
Yeah, yeah,
and all that
office
shit. Yeah.
So I just never understood that, but like Target now, like they have an entire grocery section.
Oh yeah, super Target.
And I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they got to compete with Walmart.
I guess. I mean,
You don't like it?
no, I do like it. I think it's a bit pricey. Obviously, being Target. I know that sounds bad.
Yeah, you're
because-
paying for convenience, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't like going to Walmart either.
Mm-mm.
I hate going to Walmart.
Well, I hate going there just because of the experience that place is.
Yeah.
Though just driving into the parking lot, the only place in town where we live, where you'll drive up and there's seagulls,
Yeah.
all just hanging out in the parking lot. Like,
Just
what
eating.
are these seagulls doing here?
So that's what bothers you? That's the experience?
Well,
the
that starts it.
seagulls?
Yeah, you see the seagulls,
Okay.
then you go into the store, and then it's just the clientele shopping there. It's
Yeah.
all like, trashier people usually.
Yeah.
And they don't give a fuck. They walk around like you have to be on guard. Well, you can't be looking at your shopping list and walking because someone's going to ram into you with their cart.
That's
and they
true.
don't care.
That's true.
And then you go stand in line. They got 50 registers, but only 13 of them are open.
Yeah.
And there's a line. And now you got to stand with all these people in this 10-minute long line. Oh my God.
I remember one time I walked in there and there's this really old guy he was the greeter. I don't even know why they have that.
Yeah, right.